Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. Welcome back to another match reaction. And this is not a pleasant one, let's be honest. It's probably one of the most painful ones this season. It was such a hard watch just to see those scums just somehow get past us, somehow just score goals for there's not much in it. Like, there really wasn't much, no point for them. I mean, whatever. It was absolutely horrible to watch, but we got through it. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, subscribe for more, because we're gonna start off with a one of the most painful match reactions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, who's on Instagram, thank you for your support. But head over to Instagram, to YouTube, if you guys do want to get involved with a comment. And if you can, head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Now, lads, let's first talk about something very simple, and that's the lineup that came out. Now, the lineup that came out, it showed that Ben Davies was obviously swapping Destiny Udogie due to injury, but the surprising one there was a little change in the midfield. I mean, no Pape Sarr, no Bissouma. It was Hojberg and Bentancur, and that really didn't go well. That really didn't go well at all. I mean, Bentancur didn't look good, and Hojberg looked very shaky. I don't understand why Ange did that. I said to Ange, you know what? Please, Ange, do you mind just swapping them for the Newcastle game, or for the previous game before us? I think it was Newcastle. Yeah, it was Newcastle. I said, please, for the one before that, just so we can see what we can expect. No, he didn't do that. He decided to change it for the Arsenal game, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why swap it for the Arsenal game? Why would you swap Bissouma and Hojberg for Arsenal? And it makes sense why he's bringing Ben Davies. But then I thought about it during the game. I'm like, we brought Richarlison in. He's versatile. He can play left back, centre backs, right back. He can play CDM. So why are you not playing Richarlison? Now, obviously, you know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the build lineup formation that we do love to use here at Spurs Live. But before we start, I want to know your thoughts of the game. I mean, did you guys enjoy the game or not at all? Now, this is the formation we had. So in goal, we started off with Vicario. Right back was Porro, who looked non-existent at times. Romero, which was the only player who actually really wanted to win something for us, alongside a couple other players. We had Van der Ven and Davies. We had Hojberg as our DM with Bentancur. We're going to we're going to get into Bentancur very soon. Maddison. We had then Werner, who came off slightly injured, felt something in his hamstring, with Kulusevski. And we had Son up front. Now, you know what we say and what we think about having them up front. But big up to Ruben Cornwall, who's always in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Big up to yourself for commenting. I hope you can get more involved. People on Instagram, people on YouTube, you want to get involved, please keep on the comments. We'll always react to the comments so you put on. So we're going to read every single comment that you put out. So keep them coming, and we're going to be reading it all out. Beforehand, just take a look at this very 1 second. Okay. So big up to Ruben Conway. If I Romero fouled score, we should have won. I don't really understand the comment, but I want to touch on that for a second. That I think Romero definitely could have had a goal, on that header. Afterwards, I saw that Pape completely pushed him. By the way, don't know if any of you guys noticed that at all, but he completely pushed Romero. If Romero could score, we should have won. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Now, look, lads, like you guys know, we love to check out the formation So have a look at this. Let's share screen because this is the way we played versus. Here we go. There we go. Versus Arsenal. And there are a couple of things that I want to talk about here. Now look. Let's okay, obviously we got Vicario in goal. Yeah. Now defending. This is what happened during Tottenham's conceding Tottenham's first goal. Big up to El Teco, Corral, Jose, big up to yourself. Morning, Josh. Hope you're well, mate. I'm doing as best as you can be as best as you can be after losing 3-2. Let's be honest. And that, guys, smash the subscribe button if you haven't yet. We're trying to get to 1.6k, so smash the subscribe button. Now, look, lads, this is a little bit of detail that we're playing at. So, Bentancur, Hojberg, Davis, Van de Ven, Romero, and Porro. Kulusevski's up here. Runner's up here. Maddison's also trying to break the line here. Benco's here. Hojberg's here. Davis is here. Van de Ven for that goal. I don't really know where he was. I think he was up here somewhere. And we were left isolated in this type of situation. In this type of situation, we were isolated. Yeah? Just tell me if I'm correct. We were left in this situation for the goal. Again, Romero was here. Davis was here. Porro was trying to take Havertz out. Here. Yeah? Let's call this Havertz. Yeah? He was trying to take out, he was trying to take out Havertz. Now, Havertz is here with the ball. You've got, let's say you've got here Saka here. I'm just going to put it neatly here. Saka's here. This is what's happened. Havertz is here with the ball. Porro is going to press him. Problem here, Romero steps out, but Davis, instead of covering for Saka, who's about to collect the ball over the top, and Saka's going to finish it, Davis, instead of going here to block Saka, as playing as a centre-back to allow Romero to be in charge of this whole area, because it's easy for Romero to be in charge of that whole area, he decides to play as a second centre-back alongside Romero, which leaves Saka all this room to run into. All of this room to run into. I mean, it was absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, I'd love to get an image up on Saka goal. Let's see if I even got an image that shows where Davis was, because it was absolutely horrendous. I mean, it was such poor positioning that led to the goal that could be so avoidable. No, I don't think anyone here actually has it. Let's see. 1 second, people. 1 second. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, so but by the way, guys, keep the comments coming in, because as you guys know, we very much appreciate it, and maybe let's see if TikTok also want to go live with us. Maybe them. Should try to add TikTok to this. I don't know if we're able. But yeah, you get what I'm saying though. You get what I'm saying? I mean, in terms of defensive, I'm really trying to find where this Ben Davies defending was, because it was absolutely atrocious. Like the goal for Saka was so bad. I mean, Twitter won't even show it. It was that bad. Guys, keep on answering the poll. Keep on answering the poll that's down there. Because here it is. That. There. Bang. Here, I found it. This defending is absolutely criminal. This defending here is absolutely criminal. This should never be allowed to happen. Come on, let me find it. I want to show the people it, because here, Saka gets the ball, he passes it to Havertz. Now Havertz has a clean goal. There, bang. Right. You tell me how on earth does Tottenham concede to this? How? Makes absolutely no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Share screen. I'm going to share screen to this because, I mean, all right. Image number one. Saka gets the ball from this position. Yeah, a nice, decent position. And have we got any comments, by the way? Are you explaining the tactics of the game? Yes. Baba Victor. Yes, I'm explaining what happened that we conceded to Saka's goal, because this literally shows why Ben Davies cannot be trusted at the back. Now look at that. You tell me how we can allow this to happen. Let me add this. Now, Saka gets the ball here. You can tell that we've got 3 players here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, by the way. We've got 3 players there. Look, 3 players here who are not in any position. We got 3 players here who are completely out of position as well. Yeah, and we've got, I think this is Porro or Romero, one of the twos here. Yeah, so sure, he gets the ball nicely. Bang, slide 2. We end up in this position where Son is not in the game at all. Hojberg as our DM, Hojberg's our CDM, and he's nowhere near the defense. And Werner's down here, which is fine. Werner's in his correct position. Werner's not doing anything, but Werner here should see that Saka is running in behind. Now, let's see where Ben Davies is. Ben Davies is here. Ben Davies is right here. What is he doing in that position? Which ultimately leaves this to happen. Romero is stuck here for some reason, covering up for Porro. Porro now needs to go and pressure Havertz here. He's pressurizing Havertz a little bit, when Bentancur should be doing that. Bentancur should be pressurizing Havertz now. And Ben Davies, what on earth is he doing there? What on earth is Ben Davies doing there? Get here. Ben Davies needs to be here. Be ready to attack that ball. Attack. And look. Hojberg's here. Am I correct? Hojberg's there. And from the previous slide, Hojberg is here. So he's basically gone. He hasn't even gone 1 square of a pitch yet. He's barely gone 1 square of a pitch and he hasn't moved. Which ultimately leaves Saka to control the ball nicely. And then all he needs to do is cut into Ben Davies and 1v1, and we know what happens after that. It gets so poor. It gets so sloppy there as well. So sloppy for no reason at all. Big up, Josh. The problem is nobody closed down Havertz. This way of playing fails if players don't swarm the position the moment we lose the ball. Mate, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Havertz had all the time in the world to pick up pass. We were poor at this against Newcastle too. Centre-backs are marking each other. Mate, what are these centre-backs doing? You tell me what on earth these centre-backs are doing from this position. From this position. Why is Ben Davies here? What? Now, what I thought originally, and I'm going to be honest, this is genuinely what I thought at the beginning. This is what I thought should happen at the beginning. I'm quickly going to share screen again with the tactic board. This is what I thought at the beginning. When we're on it, Porro, let me change this quickly to who was it? It was Ben Tancourt, was it? Ben Tancourt. And let me change this quickly to Van der Ven. What I thought on attack, we usually have Van der Ven here, Davis here, Porro here. Romero there, Porro here, Ben Tancourt in here, Hojberg in here, Maddison here, which makes sense. That's what it should be. Yeah, I thought maybe for this game we're gonna try and utilize our left back position as more defensive and allow Porro to go in. So what I thought it would be was when we're attacking, it would be something like this: Porro inside the box with Romero switched down to the right back in a way, Van der Ven here, and Davis as well in that centre back area. So in a more of a defensive area, because Davis up front is nowhere near as good as Porro up front. That's what I thought it should be. I completely thought that that's what it should be. But instead what happened is that on the attack, when we needed it, again, let's pretend this is Saka for a second. Saka was here. Davis was marking Van der Ven here. Romero no one was pressurising Havertz here. And this whole space was left for Saka. Makes absolutely zero sense what on earth has happened there. And it's cost us multiple times. Multiple times this season, it's cost us. The lack of pressure, like Kuba said, big up to Kuba. Lack of pressure we have. No one wants to close anyone down. Nobody wants to close anyone down. Big up to Yves at H19. You can get a shout out. If you can, head over to YouTube and subscribe. We'd love the support that you can show. And if anyone does want to come and have their say, more than welcome to. The link is in the description. You know what to do. Click on the link and you will automatically be added to the live stream. But don't like. I genuinely think that that's one of the biggest mistakes that cost us the game. Now, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room right now. I really do. I really do. And that's fans right now are saying, well, you know, this was a pretty crap game. Let's be honest. It was a shit show. Let's be honest. It was a complete shit show. Yeah. Let's not get something wrong. Yeah. Fans can say we played all decent. We played. No, mate. We conceded 3 goals to a really, really poor Arsenal side. This Arsenal side was really poor against Tottenham. We could have capitalised on it. We could have come out and said, you know what, we're going to score. We're going to beat them. We could have, but we just didn't do it. We just didn't do it. We could have easily beaten that team. Look, I'm going to give you now 5 games that we could. If we came out to Arsenal the same way we came out to Aston Villa, we could have absolutely demolished Arsenal. If we came out to Arsenal just like we came out to Crystal Palace, we could have absolutely smashed them. What other game was there? Bournemouth. Brighton, we completely. Yeah. I mean, there's so many games. If we could have just completely come out in a different mindset, we could have obliterated Arsenal. The problem with this is that Arsenal were just so clinical in front of goal. What, they had like 3 shots and 3 on target or something like that. Just Tottenham didn't have it. They just didn't have it on the day. And that's that reality. No one was hungry at all. Please make Callum get a shout out. Huge Tottenham fan. Be up to Callum. big up to Callum. Set pieces and corners and our keeper owning him and stop being harassed by opposition teams. We're going to get to that. Inner Hype, by the way, big up to Inner Hype, who is in, who actually commented a couple of times. Appreciate it. And Kubo, obviously, big up to Kubo, who's in the chat. Anyone who does want to join the live stream is more than welcome to. This is the link. Just head over to the link. You can automatically be added. Jay Fitz, big up to yourself. Thank you so much for commenting. Look, by the way, Jay Fitz, I'd love to get your comment up on YouTube. So if you could just, head over to YouTube and comment there. Therefore, I can bring up the comments so everyone can see. That would be great. But if you can't, then no worries. It's all good. Guys, make sure to smash the like button. We're trying to hit the target of 15 likes or 10 likes right now. So if we can hit 15 likes, that would be amazing. But again, no pressure. If you guys, don't like it, it's fine. Set pieces, lads. Set pieces. What the hell are we doing? Set pieces. Now, I don't want to hear this Ange bull that, I don't believe in set pieces. Mate, you conceded every single set piece. You've conceded so many set pieces this season, and we're still not defending. How is it that we're still not defending any set piece? It doesn't make any sense to me. How? Every single time Vicario gets bullied on set pieces, gets completely bullied, gets pushed around, gets shoved around. He literally. Where is the common sense for set pieces? Where? Makes no sense. I'm getting pissed off at this because it's constantly like this. Now, I think everyone knows, the set pieces, but I think we need to talk about something else. And this, anyone who's ever watched with me a game, all my mates, whoever's watching, will know I go on about this. I could be so annoying when I say this. Dejan Kulusevski, mate. Wake up, bro. Wake up. I need you to wake up a bit. Because this is absolutely mental. I don't give a damn that Son is not physical in the air. I don't care that Juan is not good in the air. If we got the ball here with Kulis... Oh, you can't even see it, sorry. By the way, big up to Inner Hype who's here. Vicario needs to step in front of the blocking player. Mate, 100%. 100%. Now, look. Big up to who's Henry Jones. Big up to yourself. If we had the ball here, now listen to me, Vicario, Kulusevski. Bentancur's here, Porro's here, Romero's here, Hojberg's here, Maddison's here. Look at this. We are always like this. We have the ball here. We never put in a cross. Why do we never put in a damn cross? We would rather go from this position here to pass it all the way back to Vicario. We would rather do that than put in a cross. I don't understand why. I just genuinely don't understand why. Really doesn't make any sense. Why does Kulusevski always... I don't care that Son can't head a ball. I don't care that Werner can't head a ball. But put the ball in the box, it creates a little bit of danger. And Brennan Johnson as well. Fair play to Brennan Johnson. Came off the bench. Did very, very well for my liking. I think he did very, very well. And I like the way he got involved with the game. And he's brilliant off the bench. But put in a half-decent cross, will ya? Put in a half-decent cross. It can't be that idiot, what's his name, David Raya, is able to catch every single cross of yours. Are you mental? You're a bloody professional footballer. You play on a wing. You play there basically all your life. Put in a damn cross, will you? Put in a real, like a cross. How is that possible? Kulusevski needs to put in a cross. It doesn't matter that Son can't reach it. It creates some havoc there. It creates some sort of danger. Let's see if TikTok are here, by the way. People who are not yet on YouTube, head over to YouTube so we can chat a little bit. Because it's easier for me to chat when you're here on YouTube. Can I go live? Well, can I go even live on YouTube? I don't even know. Let's see. I haven't been on TikTok, sorry. What's TikTok saying? What's people saying here? Guys, head over to YouTube so in the comment section so I can what's it called? So I can add you guys. Add your comments to the live stream, like I'm doing to Inner Hype. Let's have a look at this. How do I go live on this? Oh, do I have to go live on maybe? Oh, go live on here. Makes absolutely no sense the way we're playing right now. And you know what? For all I can, I don't want to see this for the next 3 games. Against City, if anyone has a heart, you'll want City to absolutely lose. You want can I not go live? You want to lose against City. I will want to play my youngsters. I want to play my youngsters versus City. That's it. I want to play my youngsters. Genuinely. I'll play Mikey more. Why can't we play more? Why, huh? Why can't we play Mikey more? I don't see a problem with playing Mikey more. Genuinely, I don't. Let's see. What people saying, guys? Oh, there we go. We got a proper guest today. We got a proper guest, and I always give him a solid intro. I don't know if he's. Usually I wait till my guest gives me a thumbs up, so I'm just gonna wait until he gives a little thumbs up to see if he's ready. All right, big up. He's ready to get in. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mr. Kuva, the OG of Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, Mr. Kuva, how are you doing?
Not too bad actually, mate. I don't get too irate about Spurs results anymore, so I'm cool with things. It's nice to be able to sit back without being too emotionally involved and just look at things as they are sometimes. I wasn't going to come on to streams this week, I must admit, because I thought it's just going to be carnage.
Yeah.
But it's been all right. Went on with Danny yesterday on Hotspur Hood. That was good.
Yeah, how was that?
Had a good chat on that. It's the danger of overreacting a lot of the time. I think a lot of people are stuck in the short-term mode at looking at the team, which I totally get. You're perfectly entitled to do that because we want success. We're all starved of it. So for me though, I'm looking at the longer term and the bigger picture with what we're doing both on and off field at the moment. And I still can't say for sure where we're going. I'm waiting for this summer transfer window to make it a little bit clearer what we're doing in terms of personnel, and then the first half of next season will be a real indicator of are we progressing under Ange, because this season it's just been a big mess. And I think you were touching on some really good points about the Arsenal game in terms of positioning and you're allowing the Arsenal players out too easily. And I think for me it highlighted the effects really. The cause of the problem is when we lose the ball. Always is. Because what should be happening, from what I understand of as Ange teams and Pochettino teams, in fact any team with a high press, the moment you lose the ball, you should be absolutely swarming the opposition. They shouldn't have an inch of room to work in. Like you basically cut off their counter-attack immediately. And we just haven't been seeing that happening. Players are just not flying into the tackle. They're not switched on. It's like they're reacting rather than anticipating. And it's failing. The whole system's failing because of that. Kai Havertz having time to measure up a ball for Saka. It doesn't matter where Ben Davies is. He's going to get skinned. It doesn't matter if he's in position or out of position. We're talking about radically different terms of pace and ability there. Saka on a one-on-one is going to turn him inside out. So that just brings it to the puzzling one. Van der Ven going forward so much. That possibly is a criticism, perhaps of the player. Perhaps he just misjudged when he should be doing these things, because he is our last line of defence, as we know. So perhaps a mistake there. But at the end of the day, this all starts from, like I said, losing the ball. As soon as we've lost it, we are so vulnerable because those players up front are not doing their jobs.
Well, tell me something. Just quickly. I've been quite offline since Arsenal. So, what's the general feeling though from Tottenham fan base? Because this is the first time I'm online since the Arsenal game. So I actually haven't seen any live stream. So, what's the general feeling after that?
It's pretty much as we always tend to be at this club. The fan base is very much divided. You can look at players, fans' opinion of players, Timo Werner, for example, or Richarlison. There'll be people that backing them, people that saying they're rubbish. I'm falling into the latter, unfortunately. But and you see it with performances as well. When it's not working, of course, it's going to look bad. I mean, it did look really bad yesterday. Well, I was going to say yesterday, but on Sunday, those failings are evident. Now, for me, that's players letting Ange down him because he's not doing what he wants the team to do. But you've also got to look at some things he's done are on him. When you look at the set pieces, how much worse we are now, and everybody's talking about it right now, aren't they? How bad we are on the set pieces. Firing the dedicated set piece specialist and integrating that into our normal training routines. So far, it isn't working, is it? But if there's a longer term plan and that does start creeping in and they're improving, I know that he's talking about them looking at properly analysing everything that's happening on set pieces. And if they're going to learn from that and start implementing systems that actually start working, and we see the benefits of it next season, okay, I'll be all right with that. But right now, I've got to say there's a big problem. There's a big problem right now. It just seems strange to get rid of something that was working so well for us last season, and completely scrap it. I think that's a strange one.
I just want to talk to you about a very specific thing there. For me, it's been frustrating for the past couple games. I touched on it beforehand, and I just want to get your thoughts on this. Now, when Tottenham Hotspur go on attack, let's ignore the goals that we conceded, because let's be honest, Arsenal were ruthless when it comes to scoring, because they've been scoring fivers for the past 3 games. They've been very ruthless on goal. But in from our perspective, Kulusevski or Timo Werner get the ball in that wing spot. Now, a big one for me, and I said this beforehand, why do they not cross the ball in? It shouldn't be the fact that Son or Werner or Son and Johnson aren't going to get on the end of it, so there's not really much point. The point of a cross isn't just to get to the end of the man, it's just to create havoc inside that box. And even when we did cross the ball in from Brennan Johnson, it was such a poor cross. Like, it was really, really poor quality. Two questions, sorry. What would you do in that scenario in terms of, you got the ball in the wall, and also, why don't you think they cross the ball in?
First of all, I think if you're going to be crossing the ball, you've got to have Richarlison in the team. Sonny is not a centre forward. He's an exquisite touch sort of footballer. So he needs to have the ball in a little bit of space, or where he can work half a yard to get a shot away. He's not going to do that if he's forced into a physical battle with big centre halves all the time. I think he's wasted in that position. Richarlison's up for a bit of a scrap in that respect, and he's good with his head. That gives you a bit of crossing potential. If it's going to Sonny as a cross, it's got to be across the ground. There's no point putting it in the air. You're just giving the ball to the opposition that way. So I think we're limited in our options in that respect. As far as the likes of Brennan Johnson, Kulusevski, and Timo Werner with crosses, I'd say Werner's sort of keen to do it, get to the byline and put the cross in. He's just rubbish at it. Kulusevski's got all the ability in the world, but perhaps lacks that bit of pace, and he lacks that, I think, confidence to do it at times. I think he doubts himself. I think he looks scared of making a mistake or losing the ball, so he ends up cutting inside his safer option on his preferred foot. And of course, you're not going to be crossing the ball that way. Johnson, I think's very hit and miss. I think he's still settling in. I don't know how he's going to pan out over time, but when he's good, he looks very good. But then when you need him in certain games, he's just not there at all.
Exactly.
That can be said for a lot of our team, unfortunately. I will say with this style that we're trying to do and not doing it very well, with the aggressive press in the opponent's half, we don't half miss Udogie when he's not in the side. I think he's one of our best for that sort of counter pressing as well. When at the moment we lose the ball, he is on it. He's physically dominant.
That nicely moves me, because that's exactly what I want to quickly talk about with you. Is when you're talking about that press, I don't know if you listened to Trent Alexander-Arnold's press conference with the interview with Gary Neville. He was talking about the Liverpool style in terms of losing the ball in the final third isn't a problem for Liverpool, but it's getting the ball back. They all run onto it. It doesn't matter if Trent suddenly plays as a striker to get the ball back. Klopp wants the ball back. Now I've got again. We'll look at the images again. I've got a couple of images here with regards to how he played, and just quickly have a look at this. So Saka right now has the ball here, and he moves it on to Havertz. Now, problem for me is, why is Porro not going on to Kai Havertz?
Yeah.
Why is he not going on to him? Makes no sense. Be.
I think he's too worried about doubling up on the advanced player there on who's on the left there, Martinelli presumably.
Martinelli, yeah. And then we see that Mickey Van der Ven is actually down as a centre back, but Ben Davies is running out of position here. He's not tracking Saka. And another thing that annoys me as well is that we see Timo Werner, who's got a clear view of everything that's happening here, and he's not giving anyone any idea that Saka's running in behind. And then bang, we're left like this.
Timo Werner's a passenger as soon as we lose the ball, isn't he? He does nothing. I'd say same with Brennan Johnson. Well, Brennan Johnson's done a little bit of tracking back, to be fair to him, but not much. But Sonny's not. That's not a strength of his either. So you're talking 3 players out of the game immediately. So you're looking for others to take up all of that slack. And you look at those midfield 3 there strung in a line, the wrong sort of line. There's no shape there, is there? So they're letting one player go on their blind side and watching across the other side of the pitch where Arsenal do outnumber us. So everybody's making the wrong kind of decisions there, and nobody's going straight to the man with the ball. Absolutely nobody is. Like I said in the chat, is Kai Havertz has all the time in the world to pick that pass out, and it doesn't matter if Ben Davies is back there or not. Saka will always skin him. That's the way it is. You put up a really pacey player against a very slow one, it's not going to end well. I actually think Ben Davies did really well considering the circumstances, because he did get back into the box. He was there. It's just Saka's too quick at moving the ball, so he could shift it to one side. Ben Davies
from the get-go, he's not in. I think from the get-go, Ben Davies is just completely in the wrong spot. Do you not feel like the goal is okay? Sure, ignore Havertz though for a second. Ben Davies right there is marking absolutely nobody. He's not seeing anything going on. All he can see is that Havertz is trying to pass the ball. Sure, he gets back, but
at this point,
just so poor.
At this point, this is a collective problem here. People are not switched on when we lose the ball. It's anything we do, it's either a sort of reactive thing. Like I said, he's out. If he's out of position, he's already started himself off on a wrong foot, because he should be anticipating. He should be aware of who's around him and what they're going to do. It's going to be no surprise to him that Saka is going to look to beat him over a foot race, isn't it? So he should at least have an idea where he is, whether he has to draw, make a foul and take a yellow for it or whatever. But that's kind of it's kind of this next stage of the problem. Like I said, when it starts with that high up press is failing. So you're having teams. Newcastle did it against us as well. Other teams have done it against us. Fulham did it. When we lose the ball, nobody is taking that responsibility to just go flying in at the player with the ball at his feet and give him no time whatsoever. And you've got to be doing that as a unit. We're just not. And that's why it looks so painful. All of the rest of it is just symptoms of the problem. We do play a high risk game without doubt. It's a very high press, playing high line, very very high line. Something we've not really seen in this league before, to the extent we're doing it. But I do draw similarities. Funny enough, you mentioning Trent Alexander. I do draw similarities to what Liverpool do. They're just doing it better than we are, and even they're struggling at the moment because it's not quite working like it used to for them. But they've got new midfield. That's going to add to the problems.
And, what do you think of Tottenham's midfield, though? What do you think of the Tottenham midfield and the next left back? Paint me your lineup in terms of the midfield and left back for next game for Chelsea. What would that be? What would that be looking like?
Against Chelsea, you've got to have Sarr in there. You need his you need his energy. He's gonna be running his socks off. He's kind of the only antidote we'd have to the likes of Gallagher, really, isn't it? He's, as much as I don't like Gallagher, he'd actually fit this system of ours quite well because he's got that. He does chase everybody down constantly, quite effectively. We are struggling at the moment with Maddison off form. Bentancur is not always on form. Little glances of what he should be, but he's not quite back to where he was. Bissouma clearly off form as well. Hojbjerg isn't good enough. Who have we got left? Skip. He isn't good enough. So I think we've actually got that strength we had in midfield at the start of the season. We're all,
completely collapsed.
Yeah, we were waxing lyrical about how it is. That's now become a weakness. Yeah, so we're hoping for players to recapture their form and fitness. At the moment, I couldn't tell you what our best midfield is. All I can tell you is none of it seems to work. However, Hojbjerg and Bentancur does seem to be a combination that doesn't work when we start.
Which is weird in a way. It's kind of weird because Conte era, it used to be Hojberg and Bentancur used to boss them at that midfield until recent times now that Hojberg has kind of let go a little bit, which I believe it's because Hojberg kind of wants to move on and doesn't really want to get injured. But what's your left back now looking like? Because for me, I'm interested to see how Jagerson plays at a left back because for me, Davis not strong enough. He's very composed, which I like. I love it about Ben Davis. I think he's very composed. He's got the leadership qualities. It's very underrated, but just technical ability. I want to see Jagerson play that left back role. What are you saying for that left back role? Who's playing there?
We haven't seen enough of Dragic, have we? Difficult to tell what the problem is there. It may just be, settling in issues and still not familiar with players. And the manager thinks there's too many problems arising from that. We did see that when he had trouble working out communications with Udogie when he did play, and they just weren't on the same wavelength, and it did cost us. So that could be part of the reason. I think Dragic looks interesting though, doesn't he? He looks like he should be able to do a job for us. I'm all for it. I've already seen what I need to see about Ben Davis. He isn't really good enough for a team that's looking to go top four and further and eventually try and win things. I mean, and we've had the bloke 10 years. It sort of sums up where the problems are. We've got players that are okay. Some of them, I'd say, poor, massively overrated. But a lot of the time, they're just not at that level required. And if we're going to play a high-risk game like this, you've got to have real quality in the side to make it work. And it's just not there. So left back at the moment, it's up in the air. I think we need somebody else that's capable of playing the position. We could do it with a Porro who's left-footed. As competition.
Imagine those crosses coming in from a Porro left-footed. That could be unbelievable. But then I mean, look, I think it was a shock to everyone that Udogie got injured. I mean, I know I was sitting down, just read on Twitter, bang, Udogie got injured. Look. Let me talk to you about, Tottenham, Arsenal, like you said, high risk. But the one thing that was missing, very quickly, be up to inner hype. Maybe a problem is having group meetings over individual meetings. Everyone stands off expecting ball carries when individuals need to be stopped. We need to do different things. Very true, very true. I think individual people need to take some accountability on, if they make a mistake or something, and go at the player that's got the ball. But Kuba, was it only me, before I say where was something, is it only me, or did you also notice that there was no hunger really for Tottenham? No one really wanted it except for Romero and a couple other players. Not really. There was no North London derby. I mean, all Arsenal players, a lot of the Arsenal boys have come through the ranks. Screw Tottenham, or all this, or we hate Tottenham, all that. Yeah, they've come through that. At Tottenham, they just didn't see any hunger. The only really one I saw was Romero and Richie. No one really wanted it. Where was the hunger? What's the problem there? Why was there no hunger, do you think?
Difficult to say, really, isn't it? I mean, Sonny, I thought, to his credit, he was running around a lot, sort of trying to get involved, but he couldn't. But it's not his game to sort of get involved in the rough stuff, is it? So he's not going to put himself in bags and things like that. So wouldn't expect it from him. Wide players, Kulusevski and Werner to start with. No, you're right. There's just nothing there. I don't know what's going on there. I've always felt this about this club. Well, not always, but for an awfully long time now. It's a comfortable club, isn't it? Where
way too nice.
You don't have to be on it. It's all too friendly. Everybody's good. Like you got the chairman sitting in with the players in the line, of the cafeteria, and I always keep saying that. Yeah, just call me Dan. Start trying to trendy down with the kids sort of chairman. it's just the chairman should inspire a bit of fear amongst players when they come out to a cafeteria. They should be thinking, "Oh God, is he going to have a go at us? Are we not pulling our way?" Same with the manager, and I don't think we get all of that. You'd think somebody like Ange would scare the hell out of people if they're not doing what he wants.
And Ozzy just comes at you after a match like that. Oh my! Oh, what did you do? What was that game? No, look, I agree with you. I agree. I think manager in terms of Ange, I don't think it's just Ange. I feel like the vibe of the team. I mean, I would 100% expect a Romero or one of the leaders like Maddison, Son, to head over to, I don't know, Ben Davis, head over to, I don't know, like a Porro and start shouting him, get him. Why are you doing this? Or head over to Bentancur, have a go at them. But look, Kuba, final question. Sum up the Tottenham Hotspur, versus Arsenal. Sum it up in a couple of words, and give me your little take for the next, 3 games or to the end of the season. What's going to happen?
You know what? I don't really care.
Okay.
That's honest. I'm all about waiting for seeing what happens in the summer. I know what I expect from my team this season, and it is and all we've seen is, apart from that blistering start we had, we've seen since then a team struggling to do what we know as fans, the kind of football Ange wants to play, and we're just not seeing it. So it's a team struggling to adapt, and I can't see why that's going to change in the last 3 games of the season. All I'm hoping for is we at least see glimpses of it, glimpses where things are working. Because sometimes, you know what, we can get a bit of control on the game, get a bit of composure, and sometimes we can pass the ball around beautifully. We've seen it lots of times throughout the season, but there's no consistency. It's no good doing that for 20 minutes of a game. You've got to do it for at least 70 minutes of a game. You should be the one that's mostly in control, not the opposition. So it's kind of disappointing. Too many players off form to expect anything. I think just look for the little golden nuggets amongst all the mess, really. I think the likes of Romero's performance, where he looked like the proper captain type material. Look for the Van der Ven's fantastic recovery tackling and things like that, and Porro slinging a few crosses. That, I think, more than anything else I'm missing. I think he needs to be more involved getting forward, because if you're going to play Kulusevski, it's kind of set up in my mind for Kulusevski coming inside and Porro overlapping, but he doesn't play that way. So.
Which does make sense, which completely makes sense, and I'd be very open to that. Porro overlapping, I think, could help a lot. Also, swerve the defense a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because right the way through the early parts of the season, you'd see Udogie, or even Bissouma getting up the left wing, all the way up to the touchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening on the right hand side. I just don't understand why.
It's like. Do you remember Udogie's goal? I think it was against Nottingham Forest. I think where Udogie came and almost played as a striker and tapped it in.
Yeah.
We don't see that from that right side. You don't see Porro get as far as that to tap in a ball. And
perhaps it's the old Mourinho way of doing things, playing with that lopsided sort of wing back.
Yes.
It could be. I can't answer it. We can only guess at times, can't we? The only person who really knows what he wants from every player is going to be Ange. We're missing a few things. We're at the start of his reign. I wasn't expecting anything this season. I don't think if they're honest, really was expecting much. So I think if we're sixth now, I think we should be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. Even if we drop to seventh or eighth, it doesn't bother me either way. It's about trying to instill that new way of playing this season, and then working out where the weak points of the team are. And if we don't improve those weak spots in the summer, we're in for a painful season next season as well. So that's what I'm expecting for the rest of the season. It's more a case of what Ange has got in his head. He's thinking which players he's going to be able to use next season and which he can't. Which is why I think sometimes you see some strange selections because he's got to be looking at the players thoroughly. I'd like to see a bit of Dragoshin given a few run-outs towards the end of the season. Who wouldn't? But we'll have to wait.
I'd like to see a couple of youngsters in that team. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'd like to see a couple of youngsters, play even 10 minutes towards the end.
I think I misread what sort of manager Ange was, because I remember end of last season when we had this sudden change of plan where we're going to start bringing in younger players, players under the age of 25, and try and develop them into those Champions League players. And then we're bringing in some, we've adjusted the academy and bringing in some top talent there. And the academy players are flying at the moment, aren't they?
Literally.
So I thought that's it. That's what we could see with Ange. Develop this team ethos, stop bringing in some of these youngsters, and then some outside players to really enhance that and go forward. And I thought this is a 3, 4, 5 year plan. So it's going to take a little while. But then Ange said, I want to be challenging for the title next season. And then we're not going to be signing top players at the same time. I thought, how do you fit those together? You need top players if you're going to do it next season. So I'm suddenly seeing this conflict of interests happening. Ange is not the long-term manager I thought he was going to be. He's a short-term manager after all. Are we going to match what he wants? I don't think we are. So it kind of makes this summer very worrying but interesting at the same time. What sort of players do we bring in? Because if it's long-term, if it's more Brennan Johnson types or Udogie types, they're going to need time. You're not going to be challenging for stuff next season.
I think that Ange Postecoglou, what he's trying to do is trying to change the mentality at Tottenham. And when I say change mentality, I've said this a couple of times, by the way. Maybe you've heard me say on different streams. I say that we've kicked out all the bad mentality. We genuinely have. Eric Dyer, Harry Kane, unfortunately, Davinson Sanchez, Serge Aurier, all these mentality. Ericsson, we kicked them out. Like, they're out the club now. But there are a couple left that you don't know how much of an influence they have. I'm just saying, Son, Davis, you don't know how much of an influence they're having. Now, I don't know how Ange is planning to change this mentality, because I don't think there's anything to change. You've got Romero, you've got Bentancur, you've got Hojberg, you got players who aren't old. They're kind of new in a way, except maybe Hojberg, but they're kind of new in a way. So I think it's just developing the mindset. But look, Kuba, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Where can people find you?
I will be on the coffee company tomorrow doing brewing bollocks in the afternoon with Ben Kaufman. Maybe we'll see Bobby K at that point, but I don't think so. He's had a minor operation, so he's off screen for a little bit. So I doubt we'll be doing Kuv and the Kang on 3 Spurs boys this week, but we'll be back soon enough. and do some really
100%.
stupid stuff as usual.
I have to get Bobby K on this. I have to. I haven't actually streamed him once. I'm gonna get him on. Have to. But Cuba, thank you so much for joining. Yeah.
Cheers, Josh. Pleasure.
All right. Have a good one. Absolutely love to get Cuba on. He genuinely is one of the OGs of the YouTube scene in terms of Tottenham Hotspur. Very, very, very knowledgeable guy. And guys, go show him some love. And if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, go subscribe to Spurs Live. Once again, if any new people want to come on to have their say, make sure to click the link in the description. It's here. You can come on, have your say. It's completely free. People on YouTube, if anyone does want to come on, have their say, welcome to. I see the two podcasts joined us, so big up to yourselves. Keep the comments coming in because we're going to try answer as many as possible. Now, lads, going into the final games of the season, we've got Chelsea, we've got City, we've got Burnley, we've got Sheffield United, we've got Newcastle, we've got Liverpool. We've got so many tough games. We put out a post on Instagram. I think it was yesterday. Someone put out a post on Instagram. Let me see. I hope they did. Post is out on Instagram. And the post was as follows. Tottenham have another tough game, including a London derby versus Chelsea and a visit to Anfield to play Jurgen Klopp Liverpool, and finish it off with a home game versus Burnley. This is, three fixtures, our upcoming three fixtures. And how we want to ask you guys, how many points do you reckon we're going to get in the next three games? Now, let me share a screen with you guys so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because this is very, very interesting. We had a lot of controversial opinions here, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Bang. Chelsea away, Liverpool away, Burnley home. Right, so Benty Football, big up to the Heart and Fire. ZZ Production says 6 points, beat Chelsea. And Burnley looks like we're going to be losing to Liverpool. Big up to Aina Hype. We need 6 points. 100% agree with you, mate. We need 6 points minimum to even be fighting for the Champions League. Next up we got Spurs news. Win, draw, win, no excuses coming to Spurs. Tom says 1 point. So we're going to only draw in the next three games. That's not even a win versus Burnley. And Zay says 6. Win, and a loss. We are Spurs. Let's see what replies he got. We aren't losing to Burnley at home, mate. It was a joke. Fair enough. Parkhouse has lost, and a win. Maybe 3. This next two games makes me nervous. Richarlison loves a goal against Liverpool. Don't count your chickens just yet. We ain't winning this one either. 0-4-0. I genuinely think we can beat Liverpool with Rich up front. 9 points. Or Extreme Game Lover says 9 points. It's a beautiful 9 points. Love that. I don't know about 9 points. I think that's a bit. That's a bit. 9 points is a bit much, mate. But Burnley, we just have to play good and enjoy. We finished in the 5th. 100%, I think we finished 5th no matter what this season. Let's just enjoy. Look, it looks like a majority of people are going with a 6-7 points. Now, look, I don't know. The upcoming games are going to be tough, but it's what Kuba said. It's literally what Kuba said. I think the lineup mattered, obviously, but against City, I want a loss. I want us to lose to City, 100%. If that means that Arsenal are going to win the league, and all we need to do is just lose, and Arsenal won't win the league, I want to lose. I don't care. That's going to really do my head in if we beat, because it just shows that the real Tottenham Hotspur fans want to lose to City. They understand what it really means, to be a Tottenham Hotspur fan. It makes no sense if you actually want to beat Man City. It makes no sense to me. I genuinely don't get you if you want to beat if you want to be City. Honestly, like I'm gonna say it how it is. You know me. You know Spurs that. We're gonna say how it is. We have to lose against City, no matter what. It is what it is. It is what it is. What are people saying on Instagram? We got any comments on Instagram? Not yet. I was at the game. I don't think it was offside at all. We had Arsenal on hinges in the second half. The referee was an absolute joke. Mate, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I think the ref was an absolute stinker. Like, Mike Oliver, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Guys, head over if you do want to get involved in the comment section. We'd love to get you guys up on the screen, as you guys know. And if you guys can drop a like on this video or on this live stream, it will help so much. What are people saying? Retro Hub, big up to Retro Hub, big up to MS09 who's joined us. It was rigged to gamer .aj. I don't know. If Villa drop any points, then I want us to win every game. But yeah, 4th place is off the cards, and I'd happily lose to City if it means the scum get nothing. I agree, but you know, I think in general, like, even if it means that 4th place is on the line, I still want to lose to Arsenal. I can't have Arsenal winning the league. I just hate Arsenal that much. I cannot. I'm sorry, but it's one. And also, by the way, I'm not saying that Europa League is what I want, but I'm saying Europa League is not the worst thing in the world when you think about it. We can do half decent as well. We can do half decent. Let's see. I'm trying to get live on TikTok, but I don't know how. If anyone knows how to go live on TikTok, that'd be great, because someone said bench Hojbjerg. I want Champions League purely for the money. We need so many players. I think I agree with you. I think it's like what you said before. It's no more Brennan Johnson. It's more top players. And if Ange is only here for a short term, then what is the big players going to actually help us with? Let's be honest. What is it going to help us with? Is it going to help us that much? Where? All right, we got a new. Hang on. Let's make sure he's actually connected. So I don't even know if he's actually connected. Let's see what he's saying. But there's a new guy who's in the stream, and I've never seen him before. I'm going to give him 2 seconds to see if his camera comes on. If not, then we'll continue. We might as well let City win, so Arsenal can't carry the Prem. 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm sorry. It's just me. I genuinely can't see Arsenal win. Honestly, I can't see Arsenal win. It would kill me if it, like, honestly, But guys, look, I think in regards to Champions League football next season, it's like Cuba said before. If we do get Champions League football, it means we can sign a lot of players. But if we don't, then it does mean we can at least challenge for something. In terms of we can challenge for the Europa League, because as much as people don't want to say this, it is very important to get a trophy. Let's see. Yeah. So lads, let's see. Big up local hero. Hi. Where are you from? Big up North London. Big up big up North London. But look, I'm just gonna until someone comes in, we're just gonna have one last time go over this. One last time go over this thing. Share screen. Let's quickly share the screen. Let's quickly go over this. A couple more points I just want to have a say on. In corners, Vicario is very, very weak in corners, set pieces, anything. If anyone's on Vicario, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe instead of Ben White, because the big problem as well in set pieces, we're doing zones. We're doing zone marking. Why are we doing zone marking? It doesn't make any sense to do zone marking. I think Hojbjerg got paid. I want City to beat us so Arsenal will not win the Prem. Mate, I agree. Why are we doing zones? Anyone know why we're doing zones in corners? Why zones? Zones make no sense. Zones are like from back in the days. No one wants zones. It's player. You need to be doing players. Player marking. That's the obvious. I thought it was obvious. Player markings, bosh. Get rid of it. But look, it is what it is. If people don't want to do player marking, if Ange doesn't want to do player markings, we'll concede every single time. Ryan Mason apparently is also helping in terms of their attacking set pieces. So I don't know how much help this is going on. I really don't know because what happened here? Fats and Zingano. 2 centimeters videos going. Good boy, my mate. Let's see what happened here. Yeah. All right. I'm just looking at. So yeah, obviously next up we got Chelsea. Oof. You can probably play zone well if you have full Virgil. Yeah, exactly. If you got full Virgil van Dijks, you can play solid zones, but you can't. You just can't. I mean, I don't know what era we're living in, but you can't play zones right now. You genuinely can't. Especially when you've got Ben White on Vicario. So that zone is completely out. After VAR 2, certainly need Dragiston for the set pieces. Yeah, as well. Dragiston for set pieces is really, really good. Central defender Tosin Adarabioyo has informed Fulham that he will leave as a free agent this summer. Tottenham Hotspur, one of the number of clubs who have discussed the transfer. All right, remember I'm saying this. Tottenham Hotspur will sign Tosin this summer. It's such a weird deal that makes sense for Tottenham. It just is one of those deals that is written Tottenham all over. Let's have a look at one of the latest news regarding Tottenham. What is this? Yeah, the under 21s are playing, obviously. Let's see. Yeah. I just saw a post from Spurs. Tottenham 2 years ago today smashed Arsenal 2-0 in the last London derby at White Hart Lane. Yeah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. But we lost it 2 days ago. Very, very nice. But yeah. It's so annoying. It's so bloody annoying. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tottenham players celebrating Romero's birthday yesterday. Just not much to say. Just really annoying. Tottenham Fulham Matthew Craig is wanted by Sheffield Wednesday for next season following his impressive form on loan at Doncaster Rovers. Yeah, if it's on loan, then I'll let him go. Yeah, sure, on loan, yeah. Is that it regarding? Yeah, 400 goals across his career for club and countries. Harry Kane, the best striker in the world. 100% he is. 100% he's the best striker in the world, no doubt. Tottenham Hotspur met with agent of Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder Georgi Sudagov last week to discuss a potential summer transfer deal. That could work. I don't know too much of him. Premier League clubs have voted for a new spending cap where expenditure is anchored for the lowest broadcasting income earned by a club. Yeah, that was breaking news by the other day. There's not really much else to add in regards to this. Tottenham midfielder Matty Craig is also, we already said this. Getty said it will be leaving the UK. Look, lads, we're kind of dreading this because there isn't much news regarding Tottenham Hotspur right now. It's just one of those hard ones to take. It really is. It's such a hard one to take, the loss. Need another left back, Mitchell, I think, from Palace. I don't know. Fast defender in the Bundesliga is transferring in summer for 5 million euros, so players don't all have to cost 40 mil. But I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed in general the way we lost that Arsenal game. I thought Heung-Min-Son was awful. I think Hojberg was awful. Romero was the only player who actually wanted to win. Trying to see, where is it? Yeah, but it's looking like that is really all the content we've got for today. We will be back for tomorrow, for the live stream tomorrow. So if anyone is free for tomorrow, we're going to be going live stream tomorrow. Be up to everyone who smashed the subscribe button. We are on exactly 1,591 subscribers. So if you can smash the subscribe button, that would mean a lot to us. Big up to Leo, by the way, who went to the game the other day. Leo from Tottenham Hotspur. He went to the game as they flew all the way from Texas, I think. I don't. Nah, I better not talk because I don't exactly know where Leo. Where is Leo from? I think from Texas. I'm not too sure. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys did enjoy the live stream as much as possible. We had the amazing guest of Kuba. He's from Denver. Yes, cheers, mate. Yes, cheers, Kuba. So thanks so much to Kuba, who was actually really influential in the live stream today. Helped me a lot. And big up to Inner Hype, who's also big up to yourself. So big up to everyone who's in. Big up to Jose, who came in and had to say. Big up to Ruben Conroy. And yeah, guys, if you're not yet, smash the subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and we will see you guys in the next video. But can we talk about why Ange doesn't? I don't know. We need a new striker. I agree with you. It just seems to be at scoring. Oh my gosh, we're on a massive weird run of games now. But guys, drop a like on the video, smash the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.